Hey there, y'all, and welcome to today's Daily Down and Dirty. My name is Fairlight. Welcome to Airy Fairy Tarot. All right, y'all, so today the message is about reflecting on negative self-talk and kind of unraveling imprinted dogmas about our self-worth and about what happiness is, and just unlearning the negative programming, I think. So we start out with the moon upright and the Hierophant reversed. And so that's where I feel like it's an unlearning. With this Hierophant reversed, it's like whatever was dictated to you over and over again, whether in your family, in society, in school, over and over again culturally, I feel like there's been a lot of reinforcement about valuing surface level accomplishments and not going any deeper. And really, it feels like there's an accomplishment to not acknowledging what's beneath the surface. And so that's where people develop, I think, a lot of neuroses. Not that I'm a psychologist or anything, but I think that's where people develop a lot of neuroses because they are fragmented. We get fragmented and told we're not allowed to believe this way, we're not allowed to feel this way, and then there's all these judgments and criticisms attached to what we may authentically be thinking or feeling or experiencing or wanting to express as. So it does look like some really deep self-reflection. We are in between eclipse cycles right now, and so it's a really good time for illumination. I'll come back to this in a minute. But underneath these two cards, we've got the Page of Swords reversed as well as the Ten of Cups. And so again, it's like reinforcing that negative self-talk and our beliefs about kind of the unattainable. It's like we're never worthy of I don't know, it just feels like we are worthy, but we never believe that we are worthy of appreciating what we have. And it's so funny that there's so many cliches that really bounce around to reinforce the belief systems and the way vibrationally we might take something that's a really good message and turn it into something that's self-deprecating in a way. And what do I mean by that? I mean that maybe sometimes we feel like we're not allowed to just be happy with where we're at. And at the same time, maybe other people might feel like they're supposed to be happy with where they're at and they're not supposed to want something different. It depends on what it is that you want, you know. Say you are an artist and you're living an artist's life, you might carry like some heavy negative programming about, you know, you're not doing what the program tells you to do. On the other hand, you might be living what the program tells you to do. Say you have a degree in law or something or whatever, you know, maybe, but you're not passionate about law. Say you want to be an artist, you know. And so I really feel like it's just whatever happiness is for you, not allowing the negative programs to dictate to you who you are authentically. And so that's where I come back to this moon card where we're doing self-reflection and we're unraveling the negative self-talk. We're reprogramming ourselves. We're rewiring, repatterning our thought processes so that we can truly achieve all that we want in happiness and know that we are worthy of those things, and understanding that happiness is an inside job ultimately, and allowing ourselves to be all things, not just a domesticated pussycat but also that wild panther, and everything in between. We can be the balance of both, and that keeps us on the path of authenticity. That keeps us on our path to authentic destinations. And so then after that, we've got which one do I want to go to? We've got the Ace of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. So I love that this Ten of Cups turned itself around. And now we've got the two best tens in the Minor Arcana. These are both happily ever after. This is a solid foundation that we build for ourselves after we accept our truth. Where did our little truth person go? We've got our truth over here, and then we get a grasp of what we truly wish to create what we really wish to grow and nourish, the seeds we wish to plant in our own authentic realities. And then we can establish firm foundations for ourselves that benefit not only ourselves, but also those around us, whether they be, families that we have blood ties to, or families that we create within our own communities, or maybe a little bit of all of it. But then we create a solid foundation. Sometimes when I work with people, and especially like if they are discovering themselves to be a channel or whatever, the message will come through to like really get acquainted with your higher self, really get acquainted with the vibration of Mother Earth, really get acquainted with your ancestors and any and all other guides you might be working with, and know that they feel like support. Know that they feel like love. Know that they feel like empowerment. Know that they feel like laughter. And so that you get this feeling in your heart about what that feels like, and that becomes your baseline. This is my foundation. I work with this vibrational frequency and above. And so anything that shows up below that comes in with like guilt or shame or disempowerment, you're not allowed to do this, you're going to be punished if you take your power back, if you live authentically or whatever, then you can say, well, you're not the vibe that I work with. You need to leave, and leave now, because that's parasitic energy and you don't have to feed into it. And so setting that as a solid baseline, and understand, like, you can do this for 20, 30 years and still start listening to those little energies and entities that fall beneath that baseline. But it's like when you set that solid foundation, it's easier to bring a cognizance to where you're at and level yourself back up to your solid baseline. And then, ideally, as we go along, we can raise the bar ever more and more and more. And with that, as we start seeing evidence of our truth coming to fruition, as we start seeing evidence, as we give ourselves permission to nourish our authentic selves, as we give ourselves sovereign permission, there was another word I wanted to use, but I can't find it. Permission to go through the doorway into nourishing, planting those seeds of what we truly want, and seeing the culmination, the fruition of our beautiful energy and our hard work and whatever, then we become the star. And, the star does come after the tower. And so, it is acknowledging also that these are two tens, and while they are the happiest tens do signify completions of cycles. So while we're establishing ourselves in these solid foundations, recognize that many things will fall away. People will fall away, situations will fall away, ideals will fall away, communities may fall away, and it can be really disheartening when it feels like you're being rejected by life. But really, it's more that these things are being removed from your life because you're gaining clarity about your true path. And then when you've got that clarity, then, and after that tower card, then all you have is your own seeds of truth. Then all you have are your own seeds of truth, and understanding that your truth becomes a light. The light of your consciousness shines brightly, and you've got nothing to hide. And so there's this great transparency to your being. And then not only are you more clear on your own guiding light, but then you can allow that light to shine and possibly be a guide for others if they choose to go in that direction. But either way, you've got nothing to hide. And I just want to point out that even though the Hierophant is reversed, I always like it when I've got 3 or more major arcanas out, but you've got the Hierophant, the moon, and the stars. And I like this ace too, but it feels like with this, again, you are at this place of destiny. And these being two like celestial bodies more associated with nighttime, it does feel like maybe finding your way through the darkness. And this very much could feel like a tower coming down, because you're recognizing institutions and dogmas and programs that don't align to the truth of your sovereign, authentic being. And so again, as things fall away, you might feel like you're finding yourself in the darkness. You might feel really alone sometimes. But if you can turn within and allow your truth to illuminate your way, and remember who the fuck you are and why whatever has fallen away, why it doesn't belong in your reality, why it doesn't represent your truth. And then you can go into, some kind of gratitude, if you're able to, align to gratitude for things not working out. All right, that's all I have. Peace and love till next time.